Hey Capable Kids volunteers, my name's Melanie.
I'm Marisa.
And we're here to tell you a little bit about prom so you can be prepared. First things first, the prom is going to be held at the Mission Event Center. It's going to start at 6, it's going to run until about 9, and we are going to need you to be there at 5 o'clock. However, if you are working registration, if you signed up to be one of the registration volunteers, we'll need you to be there by 4:45 at the latest because you will be registering other volunteers.
In regards to parking, we ask that all of the volunteers please park the furthest away from the entrance as possible, just to give our families and our teens enough space to park close. Some of them are in wheelchairs, walkers. We don't want to make them walk too far.
Yes, so park in the last row, and when that fills up, park into the next to last row. As far as what do you wear? So this is a formal event. It's going to be in a ballroom. You're not expected to wear your prom ball gown. However, you do want to be dressed nice. So in a nice party attire, it can be a dress, it can be cocktail length, it can be long. For guys, you can wear dress pants and a dress shirt. You're welcome to wear a suit. You're welcome to wear a tux. Yes. But you do not have to go out and rent one for this event. For shoe wear,
yes,
wear something comfortable that you can dance in all night long because our teens, they love to dance.
Yes.
All night long.
Yes.
So wear something comfortable. If you do wear fancy shoes and you're going to help us with the takedown at the end, all of our volunteers are going to help us with the takedown. You might bring some shoes you can change into.
Yes. So as far as personal photos, mobile photos, everybody's on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook nowadays. We're totally cool with that. We just need you to ask the parent of the participant if they're okay. If you get the parents' permission, feel free to Snapchat or take photos throughout the night, post them on your social media. We should have a hashtag for our event, so we hope to get the social media networks buzzing about our event.
For sure, yeah. And on our Instagram, we are at capable_kids_, right? That's what that little line is called?
Yes, underscore.
Capable Kids. So you can already go on and follow us so that when you are posting for the night, you can tag us and we can share your posts and our stories and on our page.
Yes, just get everybody more involved.
Yeah. Also, the kids will be coming with an ID card. Well, when they show up, we're going to give them an ID card. It'll have their name, their age. On the back, it's going to have some important information. It'll have their parents' name and phone number, the number of the person who's going to be on site in case there's an issue. So just be ready to send them a text or call them if there's any issues that come up. Also on that information will be information about allergies, their communication, if they speak English, Spanish, if they speak sign language.
Right. We ask that if you aren't fluent in their primary language, there's a lot of volunteers that will be in the area. Try and find someone just so that the communication can be there throughout the night. It's really important.
Absolutely.
It will have feeding. Also, there's some of our kids have restrictions as far as what they can and cannot eat if there's an allergy, and some it's just the fact that they may not be able to chew certain foods or drink certain foods for medical reasons. That will be indicated there on the back. So just be cognizant of that. And during feeding time, or if they let you know that they do want something to drink, just look for a volunteer or one of us on the board. We'll be happy to help you out with any of that.
Absolutely.
We also have the interacting with the participants. A lot of our kids, there's a wide range and variety of personalities and different behaviors. You guys coming in as volunteers are brand new to them, so it's going to take a little bit of getting to know them. Some of our kids really love sound, and they love to be the life of the party in between the dancers, and they absolutely love that. While others you might see, they're going to be reluctant to go on the dance floor. The music's going to start and they might not jump and be super excited and happy. Rather, they might prefer to just lay low, sit down. Some may even need to walk out of the area for a moment just to relax and decompress. Every kid is different, so pay attention to the facial cues, the nonverbals. A lot of our kids won't be able to communicate with you verbally what they're feeling.
Right.
So just body language, facial expressions, just be really in tune to that. For those kids in mobility devices that you might be in charge of them through the night, making them dance. If you're going a little too fast, they're gonna let you know with their facial expression. A lot of the times they're not facing toward you, so just make sure to check in once in a while. Are they having a good time? Because that's all we want. We want them to have a good time.
Yeah, and when you get matched up with a participant, you'll want to talk to the family, talk to the parent, find out is there something that makes them upset? Is there something that causes a breakdown? What are the signs that they may start to be having agitation or about to have a breakdown? Find out what calms them down. Is it that they may need to go to a quiet place? Do we need to find the parent if something starts to happen, if they start to break down? So that communication before you start is really important. Also in regards to using the restroom, you'll want to have the conversation with their parent if they're independent in the restroom. If they're independent, when they tell you they need to go, you can just escort them to the restroom and let them do their own business.
Right.
If they're not independent, no volunteers. It's not your responsibility to take them into the restroom. What you'll do is just contact the parent, and they will be the ones to take them to the restroom.
Yeah, the number will be on back of their VIP badge. So.
And you should also communicate it. I mean, usually the parents will find a spot to sit and hang out, so you can go and find them as well.
Right. One thing we did forget to mention was we're going to have a sensory area as part of the prom. So if you do have one of the participants that doesn't seem to be having a great time in the ballroom where the really loud music is and everyone's dancing, it will be out. There will be a designated area where these teens can go just to relax. We'll have dim lighting, a place to calm down, for them to regroup, and maybe later on in the evening they'll be ready to go out and join the fun. Also, the food tickets.
Yeah. Every participant, when they come in, they'll be getting a ticket for food. That just helps us to make sure that everybody gets to eat before people go for seconds. Once it looks like everyone's eaten, they can go for seconds, but we try to make sure everyone gets something to eat. So just make sure as soon as you get matched up that they've got their ticket. We usually tuck it inside the ID badge. We'll probably do that again this year. And if they have a special sticker on their ID badge that indicates that they need the alternative food choice, then they will alert the person at the food table, right?
Yes, we'll have somebody there designated to, they'll have access to these special foods that will be provided to them, whether it's because of an allergy or a motor control issue that they can't choose certain foods. We'll have stuff for them. It's just going to be off to the side, not readily available. So if you don't see it, don't assume that it wasn't there. We'll just have it in the back somewhere. And yes, this is very, very, very important, guys. Just take a look in the back of the badge. Let one of us know. There will be a sign of where this is located, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just, ask the parent when you get there. The food's going to be pizza and chips. So you can ask the parent, hey, the food is pizza. Do they have the allergies? Make sure that they're okay to eat it. Yeah.
Right. We'll be prepared. We'll have everything ready for everyone.
Absolutely. Also, we're just going to talk really quick about specific job duties. So you signed up for a specific job at the prom. Be aware that as the night goes on, sometimes we find different needs. Maybe we put too many people in one area or nobody showed up in another area. So just be aware that you may need to move. You may need to be flexible about taking on a different job as the night goes on.
Right. So we will have people at the registration tables. Mm-hmm. So like we said earlier, it's so important that you get here early, those of you in charge of registration, because a lot of our families know that it'll take a little longer for them to get from the parking lot to the party, and they do arrive early. So it's very important that you're there, registered yourself as a volunteer, and then be ready to register participants.
Exactly. We also will have some of you stationed in the guest drop-off. So the parking is right in front of the Admission Event Center. Of course, y'all will all be parked at the back. The families are going to get to park towards the front. And we'll have some people greeting them, helping them take things out of the vehicle if they need it, making sure that they know where they're going, and guiding them in to the red carpet, and helping them to proceed through the evening.
Yes. Then we have the hosts and hostesses. Those are the ones those of you who are going to be with the teen throughout the night. You're going to be their buddy, if you will. And you're in charge of basically getting to know everything about them from the parent when the exchange happens at the registration table, and making sure they have fun. Just if they seem apprehensive to do something, but they might need a little bit of encouragement, you might get someone on the dance floor that otherwise wouldn't feel comfortable. If it's a hard stop, you notice that things may not be okay, then you can take them to the sensory zone. So your night as a host or hostess can be changed throughout the evening. We just ask that you remain with your participant the whole entire evening.
Yes.
If you have to leave for whatever reason, please let one of us know or have another volunteer take over. Don't leave any of the participants alone. It's very important that they always have somebody to communicate with, and just somebody throughout the entire night, so that their needs are met, that they're having fun, and we know that that everybody's okay. We understand though, some of y'all are younger than others. Parents may be calling, wanting to know where you guys are at. Just let somebody know.
Absolutely. So when they come in, they're also going to be getting their corsages and their boutonnieres. We may have some people there as well from Whataburger volunteering at this table with you, because they are providing our corsages and boutonnieres this year. So basically all you're doing is helping to pin on the boutonniere or place the corsage on the wrist and send them along. Yeah, it's an easy one.
For those of you at this location, you might transition throughout the evening.
Right.
The boutonnieres and corsages will be provided at the beginning. Later on, when you notice, there's not many participants arriving, everybody's transitioned to the dance floor, you can go ahead and ask one of the volunteer coordinators or one of the board members, where else do you need me? Do you need me at the food table? Do you need another host or hostess? Just be ready that you will change roles. So don't feel like you have to stay there the whole entire night, even though there's nothing going on at the corsage and boutonniere table.
Absolutely. And you'll see Capable Kids board members there throughout the evening. We'll be wearing badges. They're blue and white. So if you have a question and you're not sure who to ask, or if you need direction, look for somebody with that blue and white name tag and we'll be able to help you.
Right. And with that said, if you guys ever feel uncomfortable in a situation, things happen. Sometimes some of our kids have meltdowns or behaviors, unexpected behaviors, and you feel like, I just can't handle this, or I don't feel very comfortable. Look for one of us. We're here to help you. Most of the time, we'll call the parents and have them de-escalate the situation, but we want everybody to stay safe, and we're kind of like your lifelines throughout the night, and we will have those badges.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to say, we're always very surprised at these events. A lot of kids that maybe have meltdowns in certain situations, they seem to just have a great time, and we really don't have a lot of issues.
Nope.
We always prepare for the worst, but you're going to have a blast. You're going to have an amazing time, and we're not trying to scare you over this information.
Yeah, no. Just want y'all to be prepared.
Absolutely.
We're always here to help y'all.
Yeah, you're not alone. There's tons of people around to support you. So the paparazzi and party starters. Those are the ones that are, we'll start with paparazzi.
Paparazzi, when the kids get there, we're going to have the red carpet. We want you guys to be clapping, make a big deal. We want to act like they're superstars getting to the red carpet of the Emmys or the Oscars. So that we want them to feel that love and admiration. So we will have some signature pads for you to request their autograph.
Yeah.
And you can go up to them. They'll happily give you your autograph most of the time.
And if you present the pad to them and they obviously aren't able to hold a pen, then just help them. Just grab their little hand, help them write it.
Right.
Just don't feel awkward if you present the pad and realize, oh, they can't sign.
Right.
Play it off. Just be like, oh, cool, let me help you.
Right.
Yeah.
And some of our kids who don't really like the clapping, a lot of the times we'll indicate that to you beforehand. So if you see this, y'all know to copy us and do this. That means they prefer less loud noises.
Yeah, in the transition from them coming into the car and entering the doors into the red carpet, there will be somebody there asking, is your child okay with noise? Are they going to be okay with clapping? If not, that person will indicate at the doors that we need to do the silent clap.
The silent clap.
Yeah.
Just lets you know you're excited. Just keep a happy face on.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we also have the party starters. Party starters will be there to get the party started. You see somebody just kind of hanging out. Maybe you can go like, hey, do you want to dance? Come on, start dancing with them. And most of the time they'll come and follow you to the dance floor.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everybody's engaged and having a great time.
Absolutely. So the paparazzi end up transitioning into the party starter role because once everybody's arrived, we don't need any more paparazzi. And so now you can go in and just join the dance group, you know, join another host with their kid and just be another buddy.
Right. We also have a designation for, well, this is for everybody really. If you notice that something, there's a spill somewhere, there needs to be some maintenance as things happen, you know, just alert someone just so that we can prevent any falls or anything like that.
For sure.
Be aware of the environment. We already spoke about the food modification table, where we will have the foods for the individuals that need different types of modifications.
Absolutely. And then we're also going to have a couple of areas for photos. So one of them is the photo booth. So it's a traditional photo booth setup, has the props and all that kind of a thing. So try to get your kiddo, your teen, your adult. We're so used to, we work with pediatrics all day long, so we're used to saying kiddos. But these are our teens and adults. Try to take them to the photo booth so that they can get their photo strip of the night and have a great memento.
Yes.
Super fun, and encourage them to be silly and just get them into it.
Yes, yes. And you guys be silly too. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to let your guards down. This is for everybody to have a blast.
Yeah.
Super, super important. Remember to take your participant to take their prom portrait.
Yes.
A lot of parents count on us to be the ones to make sure that this gets done. Later on, these will be given to the families as a memory of the night.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then some of y'all will be at the dessert table, super easy, and the food table. I don't think we even talked about that, but we do have a food table. You'll be just helping to plate the pizza, give them a cupcake, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if they have the sticker for the food modification, then you'll be pulling a plate from the back that's got, I think it's going to be tamales.
Right.
So that can either be mashed up if it needs to be. It'll state the details on the back if they need it mashed up. But if they have the sticker, honestly, I would just defer to the parent. When it's time to feed, have the parent help you.
Yes, that's ideal for any of the kids, the teens that might need some diet modifications. Just ask the parents. They're used to what they need, and I'm sure they'll be happy to do it for the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else we missed?
Oh my gosh, have fun.
Absolutely.
Everyone have fun. Volunteers, thank you so much. We could not do this without you. We're so happy to have such a turnout, and I promise you will not regret deciding to come and enjoy the night with our teens. I can't stop saying kids. With our teens and young adults. My gosh, we're all young at heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you have any questions, shoot us back an email, and we'd be happy to answer them. And we will see you on the 13th.
Awesome.
Oh, one more thing. One more thing. We forgot to mention, on Saturday, we're going to be doing setup.
Oh,
so
yes.
from 8 a.m. to noon, 1, hopefully that's it, we're going to be decorating. So if you are interested in helping, we would love to have you out. I think we're going to send out a separate setup registration page for those of you that want to come out, help for a few hours, and you can go home, recharge, get dressed, and come back out later.
Yes. And if y'all can stay afterwards too, we'd really appreciate it for the takedown.
Needing to stay. That's part of the volunteer.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's part of the volunteer duties, is staying to take down. Honestly, when there's that many volunteers, the takedown happens really quick. So please stay, because that allows us to get done and out of there as quick as possible.
Yes. Thank you once again, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.